everyone and welcome back to my channel Web and Apps. Today we are going to learn about formatting tags. There are different types of formatting tags which help us to format a page in a better manner. The formatting tags. What does formatting tag means? That these tags are used for formatting of the text. Simple example to start with. We always write Word document and we keep formatting them based on their size, color, font, or maybe we want something very precise to make it bold. Somewhere we want an underline, so we select the underline. And there are different font style also for us so that we can use them into our formatting as well. So the first step to be followed is a bold text, B tag. We know in our Word document also we have BIU. So in that the B stands for bold tag. So here we'll be writing B inside the angular bracket to show that it is a bold text. So we'll be using angular bracket B followed by the text that we have to write, and then the effect of the bold will be visible onto that text. The next is I. I in the angular bracket displays italic text. B and I both are container tags. So whatever text you want to mention as an italic, you will be mentioning that in between the I tags. The next is the TT tag. TT is a typewriter type tag. So like a teletyped or a typewriter type text. Whatever you will be writing in between the TT tag will be getting printed in a typewriter font. The next is U. As I said, U stands for underline. So it will be wherever you'll be mentioning U, there an underline will be appearing down that specific text. The next is EM. EM emphasizes a particular text. That means wherever you mention EM, that specific text will turn into a bold. The next one is big. It displays the text to big. As we had learned in our previous videos, like H1 tag has a specific size. Similarly, till H6, it has a specific size and everything. Similarly, big tag also has a specific font which has been allocated to it. So wherever you need to mention that specific, you need to write a big tag. The next is small tag. As the same format, it will display the text in a small format. Then comes strong. Strong is similar to big. Then comes subscript, noted as SUB in the angular bracket. Now what do we mean by subscript? Subscripts are basically which is written at the bottom. So this is basically used to represent a chemical formula. Like if we have to write H2O. So this 2 is a subscript for the H and O because you can see it is going towards little bottom of H and O. So that is how you write as a subscript. So when you want to write a specific word in a subscript format, then you need to use a subscript. Then comes superscript. So if this is a subscript, superscript means something like x2 plus x3. So this 2 and 3 is what is called as superscript. So to write that in a superscript format, we have a tag called as SUP inside the angular bracket. So that stands for superscript tag. Then comes BDO. BDO helps us to find the direction. It's not basically direction, but if you are writing a text from left to the right position, wherever you mention BDO, it will be displaying that text as a right to a left position and the output. So when you write a BDO in front of any text, if it's showing left to right, you have written, it will be showing the output mode as right to the left. So it will be reading the character. For example, this is display you have written between the BDO tag. Then it will be displayed. Font defines the font face, size and color. Now font is one of the tag which has multiples of attribute like face, size and color. Face is basically the format of the tag. The face value that it includes are like Times New Roman, Arial, monotype, cursive, and many style which are available inside a Word format or many other application where we do the styling. That is called as face. So for the face, you will be giving those values. Size is a number that you will be mentioning, and color of the text, you can give any color of your choice. And based on that, your text will be displayed in that format. The next is the mark. Defines the text that should be highlighted or marked. So here it will be showing like a highlighter. We use a highlighter on our book to do a highlighting. Similar way, this mark will help us to see the highlighted view of that particular text that you wanted to be highlighted onto your screen. The next one is pre, defines the pre-formatted text. As it says pre-formatted, that means the way you have written, it will just display that format onto the screen. It will not be altering anything onto your screen. Whatever you have written, inside the pre tag, it will be displaying the same as it is onto the text. So we had seen in our previous videos that when we have to write a paragraph or when we have a text to be written in a multiple lines and we want to do enter, it doesn't understand the term enter, but it needs a tag called as BR tag, which stands for line break. But we can do it for the similar context if we use a pre-tag. Means we write a pre-tag and we just do enter onto a notepad and we don't mention a BR tag, still it will be displayed with a break onto our page. So that is what is the use of a pre-tag. So it's a pre-formatted text. The way you write it, it just displays that onto your screen. So we'll start with the demo of the formatting tags. So right now I'll just try to write a sentence, demo of formatting tags. So when I write demo of formatting tags, I try to apply a B tag to it. Now B means bold. So it has to display my data onto the bold tag. As last time also in my previous video, we had seen if we don't write anything inside a tag or just a plain text, if I try to print it onto my page or display it on my page, it displays a specific font and a specific size. So you can see onto my browser page, I have mentioned demo of formatting tags and demo of formatting tags inside my bold tag. I have not given any BR tag. That's why it didn't go on to the next line. Now I give a BR tag, so it will be displaying it onto my next line. Show you the differences. So the next is the I tag. So I just mentioned I, the text that I want to do the formatting, and I mention the I tag. So let's save this to see what is the output it's showing us. So you can see a different variation in the formatting tag, because when we talk about I stands for italic. So italic has a little tilted pattern. So it is showing the same format over here. Now every time that I want to do a different tag, I'll have to keep on writing BR tag so that it comes onto the next line. To the same text of italic, I'll try to apply an underline. So the point is, after italic, I want it to be underlined. So I'm writing U tag. And as the syntax goes for all of the programming language, the thing which has to end first, you have to close that bracket first. So over here right now, I want underline to be closed first and continue with the italic. So my italic will close after that. So I just refresh my page and I can see a bold and an italic format coming from my page as well. Now, since my bold, italic and underline are working fine, let's move on to the different tags that we have learned, similar to the concept which we have applied. So now if I try to give a big tag, try with the big tag. So when I give big and I mention the same text again and I write close a big tag, we can see what exactly is the variation that was supposed to come. You can see the text has come in a bigger format in a big visibility. Same text, if we try to write it in small, it will be having a small view of it. So the tag is named as big and a small. So first, when HTML came into picture, these were the tags that were used max. But then it got so much developed as the variations of HTML has come in from so many years. They came up with these tags which were made our work easy, like bold, italic, underline. But somewhere if you want it much bigger, then you can use big tag or you use a small tag. This was the text which was in bold. So you can see the variation. This is little more weighted and sized, and this is less weighted and less sized. So based on that, as per your requirements, what all tags you want, you can use it as per your need or as per your understanding. Instead of going and writing a different font for it, you can just use a ready-made thing which will help you to develop those things easily and faster. There is a tag called as TT tag that help us to see the text in a typewriter font. So let's see how is a typewriter font. So you can see the format of the tag that has come over here, the text that has come. It shows you in a typewriter font. So seeing only you can say it's a typewriter font, because when you see a typewriter print, it is each character written very much specific in the curves positioned properly. So that's how you get a specific output of it. The next tag that we saw was a subscript. So as I said, subscript stands for a specific format. Like if you want to write a chemical formula, so I use subscript. Then I want to apply subscript for the to. Then I need to close the subscript and then I need to mention my O. So once I move on to this, I refresh my page. You can see H2O. So 2 is gone at the bottom. So that's how your subscript comes. Now let's see what is a superscript. So if I want to write X and I write superscript with the value as 2 and I give close my superscript, and then again if I want plus symbol, I want a plus symbol, then I write again X superscript raised to 3 and I give again a superscript. Okay, so it should give me an output as X raised to 2 plus X raised to 3. So let's see what is the output coming as. So you can see X raised to 2 plus X raised to 3. Since I have not given a break here, it is coming onto the same line. So let me just give it into this. X2 plus X3 is displayed based on the superscript that you have mentioned. So you had mentioned superscript for 2 and superscript for 3. So that's why it has gone up. The next tag that we have is a pre tag. Now pre talks about pre-formatted tag. So if I try to write today is a very nice day. I am enjoying my day. Now you can see I have written 2 sentences, but when I run this onto my screen, you can see that 2 lines have come onto the same, as I have not mentioned a BR tag. But the same thing I can write with the pre. So with pre, whatever I have mentioned inside my pre tag, it will be displaying the content as it is onto my page. So we can see now without a pre tag, the data has been displayed as it is. So similarly, I can do many things. If I want to give a spacing over here, I want to mention some data over here randomly, and I just try to display those things, it will be coming in this format. But if you have noticed inside the pre-text, there is a format which is also given. It is bit bold and the font is different because this is the first font which is by default the basic font without any changes you have done. You have just displayed that. So this is the basic thing that displays onto a web browser when you write inside in the body tag. But if you are using with pre, it has a pre-formatted format where it takes a specific boldness, specific styling, and whatever you mention anywhere onto your page, it will be displaying that as onto your screen. So this is what is the use of a pre-formatted tag. Whenever you want to write multiples, as I said, the example about writing a program in a computer program. So when we write P and we write like for int I, comma j, comma k, and then we give some spacing, we start some curly braces, and we write I is equal to 1, and if we write like j, so if we write like j is equal to I into 2, so on and so forth, and we then close the curly bracket here and we close the pre tag over here. So what is going to happen now? This is up and down data which is there. So that will be displayed as it is onto my screen with those indentations proper. So this is why it was said it is good for a computer program code to be displayed onto your page, because with all the indentations, with all the spacing, it will be displaying into a browser page. So that is about pre tag. So let's start with the font tag. So font, we have face equal to a specific value. So right now if I give it as Arial, we give it as Arial as a font face. Color, I give it as red because they have said any color, and size if I give it as 12 in number. And I try to apply my text as demo or formatting text, and I need to close my font tag. So you can see font face is equal to Arial, which talks about the face of your font, which is like styling to it. Then you have given a specific color and you've given a specific size to it, and then you have mentioned the text for which it has to be applied, and you have closed the font tag. So we just refresh the page to see what has come. So you can see demo of formatting tags, which has come with the size as 12, color as red, and font face as Arial. Now if I reduce this size to as 2, so we can see what is the size. So you can see the size has reduced. Similarly, you can change the color of your choice. So if I give the color as yellow, and we can see that it's getting displayed the data into the yellow color format. Same way we can give a similar or a different color of your choice. You can see the color has changed to green. Based on the color that you have given, it will be happening. Same way Arial, you can change to some other format as well, like Roman. So that's the format that you want to give. So you can see the formatting has been changed to Times New Roman format. So this is how you give the font tag with a specific face, size and color to your font attribute, along with your text that you want the formatting to be done. So that's all for in today's video about formatting tags. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.